Hi, this is Kerry from Vegan Anxious, and I thought I would talk a little bit today about how I'm coping with the lockdown for COVID-19 or coronavirus, considering I have some mental health issues, which include my depression, my anxiety, my OCD, my inner critic, and my busy mind, really. Because for me, this is a situation out of my comfort zone, and probably for a lot of you, or for everybody, really. And so I've come up with a few ways to help me with the sort of personality that I have to cope with this situation. So firstly, I plan my day, but I don't over plan my day. I ensure that I have some sort of stability, getting up at the same time each day, making my bed, getting my daughter to make her bed, doing my Joe Wicks workout with my daughter, then maybe walking the dogs, going for a walk with the family, or coming up and doing my work that I have. So I do some working from home and get that done in the morning so that I have the afternoon to maybe put aside for a job that I don't get the opportunity to do very often. So I ensure that I don't try and get all the things that I haven't done around the house or in the garden all done on every day. I pick one task and I do that one task each day so that I don't bog myself down with too many big things to do that I'm tired or I've overwhelmed myself with how much I've got to do. So I try and pick one thing that I will concentrate on that day, and then I'll be happy with myself when I've been able to do that. But don't procrastinate. Don't put it off. If there's something that's hanging over you that you keep thinking of just before you go to bed or when you wake up and then you put it to the back of your mind and do something else, do that job first. However long it takes, get that done, because the way you feel after that is done is amazing. I've also made sure that when using the time to get out for our once a day exercise or activity, that I use this wisely, because I was starting to go out, wander around the houses, a bit nosy, watching what people were doing, and just found that it wasn't really stimulating enough. It wasn't calming, it wasn't adding anything to my day. So we've decided, me and my daughter and the dogs, to go out somewhere down our local fields. We're not driving anywhere, but just so that we can be out with nature, some calming noises, and I just feel that's really helps me calm down and feel refreshed for the rest of the day or the evening. Another thing I've been doing is looking through my Bosch books, as that's my only vegan cookbooks that I got before the lockdown, and making some batch cooking. So I've been making some Bosch bowls or Buddha bowls for my husband for the week. That sort of takes a bit of a stress off, plus it means then I don't accidentally go and start tucking into snacks and treats like I have been doing last week, and which I don't want to carry on doing, because I can be a terrible binge eater and I will be really good and restricted in my diets, and then all of a sudden I'll just shove everything that is in the house, to the point of cereal that I found at the back of the cupboard, just piling it in. So I thought, to stop me doing that, I've been doing some podcasts, so listening to some self-help podcasts on binge eating, mindful eating, and that's really good with this amount of time we have on our hands. Even if you're just doing it when you're cleaning or when you're pottering around doing the washing and things, having those on in the background, it's really helpful to me to encourage me and inspire me to try new things and try new ways to be able to cope with being at home, seeing food around me all the time. So that's something that's been really helpful as well. Or maybe listening to YouTube videos, because you don't often need to watch them, but sometimes just listening to them, having them on the background, nodding along, yeah, that makes sense to me, and not getting into bad habits while I'm off, really. I try to limit my media usage for the day, so check my phone in the morning and then maybe have a couple hours on it in the night at the most, really, because I find the more I watch on the news or the more I listen to what other people say, that can really make me anxious as well. Oh, should I be doing what they're doing? Am I doing the right thing at home? Um, Am I taking enough care? Am I taking this seriously? Do I need to worry about my job? Do I need to worry about my money situation? At the moment, there's nothing I can do about it. I have no control over the fact that I'm not working at the moment. My husband is, because he's an NHS worker, but I have no control. So there's no point me dwelling on that, because I've done that before and I get myself in a right state thinking about worrying about money. But at the moment, it's not because I've overspent. It's not because I'm responsible for it. It's something out of my hands. So why not use the time that you have to enjoy your time with your family, or your time with your children, or even your alone time? Those times when you said you wanted to read that book, or my Lord of the Rings series, the amount of times I wanted to finish that or read Harry Potter again, and I just haven't got round to it. So for me, this is an opportunity to put a bit of pleasure time aside each day, sit down, read a book, even if it's for an hour, a cup of tea, have a nap if you want to, and just not feel guilty about it. Because I know when I sit down and do stuff like that, I'm looking around the house thinking about all the other stuff I'll have to do. Well, I don't at the moment, because I can do that tomorrow and the next day and the next day. I've got at least another few weeks off to be able to get those jobs done. So don't let them overwhelm you. I've also used the time, seeing as I can't do my activism at the moment, which is really frustrating because I've only been able to do one cube, and I really enjoyed that and really felt there was a lot more that I could improve on, and was really researching how to do better at that, and I haven't had the opportunity yet to speak to people. So I find that my Instagram's really good for that, trying to get some points of view out there, get a few people interested, and also have a look at what other people are talking about, and articles that are interesting about maybe the link between animal abuse and COVID-19, or other things that I've wanted to research that people have asked me, or downloading Earthling Eggs answers to all the questions and reading through that and really familiarising myself, so that when I do come back to it, I can have a lot more knowledge on the subject than I did when I did my first one, as I was only 2 weeks vegan then. I've also used the time to sign up to a lot of petition sites like PETA and things like that, so that when things come through, if I can't actively go out and do my activism, then I can sign petitions and pass that on to other people on my Facebook who are all vegan followers, which is really helpful. So that's been really useful as well. I noticed that my AV Cube group organised a video call, which unfortunately I missed at the time, but I'd really like to do that again, talk to some of the other people in that group, discuss how maybe they're coping with the fact that they're stuck at home and not being able to say it. So for me, I'm finding that planning my day, making sure I don't over plan it, but having something, some stability to get up and do the same thing every day, finding some passions and something pleasurable to do each day, and also incorporating a bit of my activism in the day, as well as some cooking or vegan recipe finding, has been really great for my mental health. And I actually feel probably the best I have in a long time at the moment. I'm really positive about the future, and I know we'll come through this, and then I know that maybe I'll have put myself first a little bit more and try and incorporate that going forward. Thank you. If you like this video, then please do like it, share it, maybe subscribe, maybe send it to others. And I hope it helps you know that you're not the only one that's at home with this buzzing brain and trying to figure out what to do with it. Thank you.